Hey, what's the real difference between something you do and something you are doing? I know, it sounds simple, but this is one of those little details in English that trips up almost everyone. So in this explainer, we're going to make it absolutely crystal clear.
All right, let's just jump right in and put this to the test with a quick challenge. I'm going to show you two sentences, and I just want you to think which one sounds right. Ready?
So, which one did you pick? A or B? Hmm? Don't worry if you're a little stumped. By the time we're done here, the answer is going to feel totally obvious. First, let's meet the two key players in this whole grammar puzzle.
First up, we've got the simple present, but I like to call this the forever tense, and you're about to see exactly why.
The forever tense? Well, the name kind of says it all, right? It's for things that just don't change. We're talking about big truths that were true yesterday, are true today, and yeah, will be true tomorrow. Think of it as the tense you use for things that are permanent. So this tense has a few really important jobs. We use it for general truths that everyone accepts, like the world is round. We use it for cold, hard facts, like water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. And we also use it for our own personal facts, the habits and routines that make you you, like getting up at 7 every single morning. And now for our second player, the present progressive. Now, if the simple present is our forever tense, this one is the total opposite. This is the right now tense, and it's all about things that are temporary.
This tense is all about action that is literally in progress. It's describing something that has a beginning, and crucially, it's also going to have an end. It's an activity that's happening as we speak, but it's not going to last forever. For example, it is raining describes what's happening outside your window right now. And saying, I am taking 5 courses describes a temporary situation. It's true for this semester, for sure, but next semester, that'll probably change.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Let's put these two tenses side by side and see how just choosing one over the other can totally change the meaning of a sentence, even when you're using the exact same verb. Okay, so take a look at Tony here. When we say Tony sits in the front row, we're talking about his habit. That's his spot. It's his forever routine. But when we say he is sitting in the last row, that's different. That's a temporary, right now action that's just happening today. It's the same exact thing here. The sentence, the sun sets, is a timeless fact of life. It's a forever truth. But when you say, look, the sun is setting, you're pointing out the window at an action, a beautiful one that's happening right now. See the difference? It's huge. All right, so now that we know when to use them, let's get into the nitty-gritty and build our toolkit for how to use them, especially when we want to make negative statements or ask questions. Now, the key difference here is all about the helping verb. To make a forever statement negative, you got to bring in some backup, do or does. But for a right now statement, it's way simpler. You just drop the word not right after is or are. So how do you ask a forever question? It's like a simple recipe. You start with your basic statement, he helps. Then you add does to the very front. And now here's the key step people forget. You take the S off the main verb. It goes back to its original form. Does he help? And you're done. Now, asking a right now question is even easier. Seriously, you just take the first two words, he is, and you just flip them. That's it. He is becomes is he. It doesn't get more direct than that. Okay, you made it. You now have the complete toolkit. You know the forever tense, you know the right now tense. So let's go all the way back to that first challenge and finally solve this thing. So, after everything we've just talked about, what do you think? Which one is the right one? The correct answer is A. Air consists of oxygen. Of course it is. And now you know exactly why. The chemical makeup of air is a permanent scientific fact. It's always true. It is a classic job for our forever tense, the simple present. But hang on, what about a sentence like this? This is where it can get a little tricky. Is knowing something a forever state or a right now action? And the winner is A again. Here's the deal. Some verbs aren't really actions at all. Verbs like know, believe, or love, they describe a state of being. You can't actually see someone in the process of knowing. And because they represent a constant state, they almost always fall into our forever tense category. Look, if you take just one single thing away from this, let it be this simple idea.
When you're choosing a tense, just ask yourself this one question. Is it a permanent fact or a habit? Go with the forever tense. Is it a temporary action that's happening right now? Then you absolutely need the right now tense. That's the whole game, right there.
And now it's your turn to really lock this in. Think about your own life. What is one forever thing that you do every day? And what is one right now thing that you are doing at this very moment? If you can answer that, you've officially got this.